Capricorns, I'm Christy, you're watching Tiny Turtle Tarot, and this is your reading for the week ahead. As always, if anything I say resonates, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and let's see what's going on for your coming week. All these cards are not going to riffle shuffle, I can just tell they're still a bit stiff. I've used these for years, and they're still very new for some reason. Oh, let's try it. Okay, Capricorn, what's happening in your coming week? Ace of Cups, straight away. Let's see if we can get some more. Ace of Cups, Eight of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. So Ace of Cups is new love, or a new love of life, like a healing. I feel like somebody's zest for life and someone's emotional capability is being healed. It's almost like you might have been that person in your friend group that's a bit like, I can't explain it better than just kind of emotionless, kind of like in a very grounded way. If there was anything wrong, people would go to you because you wouldn't react emotionally, you'd react cool-headedly. Cool, calm and collected, I'm hearing. So there's something though where you're going to start to feel a little bit more emotional in the coming week, in a good positive sense, and I think this is a happy emotion. With the Eight of Wands, this could be to do with communication coming in, a lot of talking. I'm hearing my dogs barking. They don't usually bark while I'm recording, so it's kind of like there's going to be communication coming when there usually isn't any, if that makes sense. So maybe you have had a bit of if you're single, your love life's been a bit boring or just nothing happening, but dry. There's gonna be some more life brought back into it, and it's very happy energy coming in. King of Pentacles, I'm hearing stay on your throne for some reason. So you kind of are this very grounded person that. This is very Capricorn-y energy, so it makes sense that it's here for you. But there's somebody that's going to be kind of drawn to your energy, so make sure you're kind of... sometimes when you meet someone, you kind of merge with them very quickly and you start to bounce off of them or mirror them. There's something that's saying kind of stay in your energy, stay on your throne, and they're going to meet you there. They're going to meet you where you are, instead of you kind of morphing into this person. And this person might be very... This person could be somebody that is very emotional and they are kind of the opposite to you, and that's why it's like you need to stay in your throne, on your energy, because you don't want to... I think this person feels very, very deeply, and if you're watching this and you're going, well, I feel deeply too, there's just something where it's like this person's like on a whole other level. This person is very, very sensitive. Even if it's a guy or a girl, doesn't really matter. It's just doesn't really matter what your gender is to how much you're capable of feeling. So it's just very, very sensitive soul here that you'll be dealing with, or that's coming towards you. And there's a lot of communication maybe to do with that as well. What else is happening? Oh, the Eight of Cups. Okay, funny. Like, you've walked away from your emotions in the past, and now you're going to have to walk back into them, but in a better sense. So if you were in a relationship in the past, it's almost like, or even if you're currently in one, there's just this sense of you detaching from your emotions a bit. And I think it's because you were either around the wrong person, or the person you were around wasn't their best selves, because now there's this thing of you're going to be coming towards emotions again, and feelings, but it's going to be in a positive sense. It's going to be in a good light, instead of like... I think you might have had a lot of negative experiences in love or something, because it's something where you're coming into this and you're immediately going, oh, I felt that before, walk away. But it's almost like, don't stay where you are. Again, it's stay in your throne, stay in your seat. If somebody, almost like somebody might say, I don't know why, I'm seeing you at a restaurant or something, or even maybe it's a work meeting, I don't know what it is, but you're sitting down at a table and somebody walks past you and goes, stay there, I'll be back later, I'll be back in a minute, I want to talk to you, or I've got something to ask you, or I want to talk to you about this, and you might immediately think, I need to get out of here. I don't know where that's going, but I need to move. And it might not be that specifically, but it's that energy of, I'll be back, and then you're like, oh, well, if you're coming back, I better run. But it's like, stay in your seat, stay seated, because there's gonna be something good here. And if it's not love, it's just gonna be an opportunity. It's going to be an opportunity that leads to you loving what you do in life, or just loving being here more. Maybe you were feeling a bit like you didn't enjoy being here in this world, and it's like, as heavy as that is, it's like it's time to lighten up. It's time for your life to get a bit lighter. And especially me picking up this tarot deck. This tarot deck is very funny and it's very light-hearted, and I feel like there's a need for your energy to lighten up and be a bit more light-hearted, in the sense of not taking things so seriously. It's almost as if you're very work-minded, there's going to be someone come into your life, and it could be a friend, right? Like, there's love and friendships too. It could be a friend that becomes like a family member to you, and there's emotions there because they feel like a soul sister or a soul brother. But whatever it is, it's almost like they're going to introduce to you the light-hearted side of life. And let's see, what else? What's happening? Seven of Cups and the Page of Pentacles just fell on the floor. Do I have to get it? I'll get it. Okay. Page of Pentacles fell on the floor. So Page of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. There's kind of an opportunity coming where you might be like, and this could be even a person, could be a job. Take it as it resonates. There's going to be something coming towards you though. Two of Cups on the bottom to ground it. So it is love for a lot of you. There's something, and you're going to be like, it's almost like you're going to procrastinate on answering it. So answering it, the second I said that, I feel like there's a phone call coming for some of you. If not, there's a message, especially with the Eight of Wands coming out earlier. There's a message coming towards you where you're going to think, like this dog, well, I have other opportunities. Or if this is a guy or a girl reaching out to you, it's like, well, I've met plenty of guys. Why would I answer this one? Or yeah, there's just something where you might have rejected a lot of opportunities in the past, and it's like, well, what makes this one any better than the others? And I think the answer is nothing, because you haven't got to know them yet, and you have to give someone a chance. You have to give someone a chance to kind of prove you wrong in a way. And if this is an opportunity to do with work, because it is Pentacle, it's almost as if you might have other opportunities at the same time, or you've been thinking of changing jobs, or you've been thinking of doing your own thing, and you're kind of like, well, where would my energy best be suited? But there's something about stalling, like with your time, you're kind of like, and you kind of know exactly where you want to go, but you're just like, and you might even ask, I feel like, I'm getting that you're going to go to a parent or a friend or something, and you're going to say, James, I don't know why I'm getting James come through. James, what do you think I should do? I've just got offered this, but at the same time, this person wants me to work for them, and I also want to start my own thing, and I also wanted to apply for a job here. What do you think's best? And I feel like you might go for advice from other people, but you're really just stalling because you know exactly what you want to do. Ooh. Five of Cups, yeah. And I think you might regret it if you go with what someone else tells you is best, which you very well might do. If somebody says, oh, I think you should go with the one you've been offered, go with that one, like it makes you the most money, and they might talk to you about it very like very much on paper the best job for you, if that makes sense. Whereas this, and even if this is a person that you're going to but for advice from a friend, and you're kind of like, I mean, if this isn't a job and you're asking a friend for advice about a person, and you're like, well, do you think I should go on this date, or do you think I should, there's something where you're going to be disappointed with what someone says, or you're going to be disappointed if you listen. So just be very careful about who you go to for advice, or if it's even worth going to someone for advice, because it's like you already know the answer that you want to do, and the only regret you're going to have is if you don't go towards what you want and you do what's right, or you do what looks good on paper, or yeah, it's well, if you're very work focused, Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, it's like you might either ignore someone completely or ignore an opportunity completely because you're like, well, on paper, I should be doing this right now, so I'm just going to carry on doing this. You're also, there's something about waiting for a sign, like you're going to wait for a sign to get back to someone, or which job's for you, and it's like, don't do that. The advice is go towards what you feel like you want to do in the moment you want to do it, because it's very lighthearted. Like the main energy of this is telling you to stay lighthearted and make your choices based on the the best possible outcome rather than the worst case scenario. What else is going on with Capricorn? The Sun. There you go. It just fell sideways across the Eight of Cups and the Seven of Cups. So there you go. It's like your happiness, the happiest card in the deck. I knew it. Go towards the option that makes you happiest, even if you're not sure if it's going to work out for you in the long term. It's almost like you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know. Anything could happen. So if anything could happen, your choices, as long as they're balanced and you're safe and you use your own discernment here, you should go towards the option that makes you happiest and makes you the most freest. There's something about one option being easier, and usually I'd say you kind of should go towards the harder thing because you'll learn and grow and you'll become the best version. But there's actually something for you, Capricorn, where the option you want is actually also coinciding being the easiest option. So it could be something, if this is work related, it might be the thing you're already well trained at, you've already got a degree in, and it's something that just comes naturally to you. There's something that, and if it's love, it's just like the easier option. Like there might be somebody that on paper looks great and has an amazing job and all that, and they're playing hard to get and they're very hard to get, and then there's someone that actually is very much more suited to you that makes you very happy and you like, that maybe on paper, it's something about someone not looking good on paper, but it doesn't really matter because they have potential and you're seeing their potential, and vice versa. And also to do with work as well, it's kind of like that's a silly option. Your family or friends might say, so you got offered a position as manager, or you got offered a position at this place and you took this instead. I don't know, there's something about someone kind of judging your decision, but you're happier because you're very good at it, and it means that you can do your job very well, very easily, get paid for it, go home and chill, whereas the other thing might have been quite stressful or led to more stress in the long term. So it's kind of like, just do whatever makes you happy. Even if it's the easiest option, it doesn't mean it's not the right choice. You might have, for me to keep bringing that up means maybe you've kind of been taught throughout your life lessons saying that it's the harder thing you should go towards. It's the climb. It's not the destination. It's the climb that, and it's something like you're kind of undoing this pattern this week even, which is very heavy energy just for 1 week, but maybe this has been a long time coming, where it's like you're undoing that pattern of thinking that in order to be happy you have to try very, very hard to get to where you want to be, and it has to be a story. Like maybe you've been in the past looking up to people that kind of had comeback stories and they had to work hard to get what they want in life, and it's kind of like you're undoing that and realizing actually life's not supposed to be that hard. That's a movie or that's somebody's story in particular, but it's not your life. And there's actually an easy way to get what you want, and there's an easier way to be happy, and you can be happy and you can choose what you want. Like there's something about not being stuck coming through and not regretting. Like I don't know why I'm suddenly getting something about Alice in Wonderland, but I'm not using that deck, but I'm getting something about that of just kind of I've just gone blank, but it's something about Alice in Wonderland coming through suddenly. But yeah, it's something about you can be a lot happier, and also you won't regret your choice if you chose the thing that made you happy. Whereas if you choose what makes others happy or what others tell you to do, you're going to end up regretting it and going, why did I listen to them? Why did I do that? Whereas if you go towards what makes you happy right now, that's a good enough reason as any, and you can't regret that, because you're going to be like, looking back in 10 years, you'll be like, well, I did what made me happy. And if somebody asks, why did you do that? Or if you're suddenly judging yourself, you just think, well, I did what made me happy at that moment. And like, as long as it's not hurting anyone or yourself, why change that? Like, that's all you can do, is look out for yourself and make sure you're doing what you can right now to be as happy as possible. There's something here where maybe you put your happiness on the back burner to become very successful, to kind of reach great heights in your career. Whereas now you're going to be prioritizing, as simple as easy as it sounds, enjoying your life and being happy, which is like the full 2.0 coming out. Like, I just knew, like, this is like a new beginning coming in, and it's 2.0. No other tarot deck has a second full but this one, at least that I know about. So it's like a restart. It's getting to jump, take a leap of faith, do the thing that does, like, it might be a little bit nerve-wracking to go against what other people are expecting, but it will pay off. And I think this could even be in love. Maybe you're going to go towards somebody that doesn't look your type, or other people might not like or expect you to do, but you're going to be very happy if you choose to do the thing less expected of you. The Hierophant and the Moon. Okay, the Hierophant, this is Taurus energy, but it's also, the Hierophant is a lesson. It's also a teacher. So somebody could teach you how to enjoy life more. I'm getting something about swimming. Maybe someone's going to teach you to swim, but I'm just like, she looks like she's diving in. I think she's wearing a swimsuit too, I can't tell. But now I'm getting dog swimming, but that is a dog person thing. So you are going to learn to swim in uncharted waters, maybe, or experience life a bit easier than doing the thing that is expected of you all the time. You could have done your life, not all of you, but some of you have taken like your life very seriously and done everything the right way, and now you're going to kind of make choices on, actually the right way would be doing what makes you happy and not what society thinks is right, especially with the Hierophant and the Moon coming out. The Hierophant can be conforming to society's expectations of you and doing the normal thing. This is traditional. It's very traditional energy. So with the full 2.0 next to it, you're kind of jumping away from tradition, and any tradition you have with the Moon is very hidden. So it's very unique to you. If you enter a partnership, or if you're already in a partnership, you might have a very unconventional marriage or a way of being with this person that other people don't understand, and it's going to be a little bit like, I'm hearing off-putting. It might make people feel a bit off-put or a bit uncertain. I'm getting that saying of people are afraid of what they don't understand, and so people might be very afraid of this because they don't understand it. With the Moon, it's very hidden, and they might be like, especially I feel like there's one long-term friend around you that you've been friends with since you're very young that might not like the idea of you with someone, but it's just because they don't understand it from your perspective, or they don't understand the relationship because they've not experienced it. Nothing this deep has ever happened. Like, whereas this is quite a deep relationship with someone, and it's like with the Moon, this is deep hidden emotion as well. So on both parts, it's almost like maybe they don't see. I don't know why I'm itching. Like, if you've got maybe you've got a mustache, or like, I don't know. I'm just got like itch there, but I don't. I do, but I don't. With the Hierophant, I feel as if somebody is very much. I lost my train of thought now because I was talking about mustache. People are afraid of what they don't understand, I think, is what I was starting to talk about. And this person has not experienced deep emotions the same as you have, and they might, that's where I was going with it. They might not see the emotions you and this person have for each other, and that might be why they don't see why or understand this relationship, is because you don't kind of, I think I've said this in a reading before, I don't know if it was you, Capricorn, but it's almost like that energy of people that share everything online, and they share like, oh my god, I love this person, and they share their relationship online constantly. This is the opposite. So it might seem to others around you that think that that is the way to show love and appreciation, and there's nothing against that, but it's just about having that balance of being the same way in real life, right? And I think that's how you are with this person. It might be a bit more private and a bit more sentimental and behind the scenes, and other people might just think, I think there's one person in particular, as I keep saying, that is going to say, I don't get it, I don't see a spark, or you guys don't really seem that like in touch or in love or anything. And I think that you're just going to have to kind of, I was originally going to say explain to them that it's actually on the inside, that love isn't, you can't see it, it's a feeling. But then I just heard nod along, like you're just going to nod along and be like, okay, I understand you can't see it, but it doesn't mean it's not there. Like, there's something where you're just going to go, alright, because this person might even have a little bit of feelings for you, maybe with the Moon, deep hidden emotions, but it's like too little too late or something. Maybe that's this friend that you've known a very long time. It's almost like maybe they do care for you so much that it's meddling with their ability to see you and this person's dynamic, because they've seen you through all your phases. The moon coming through all your phases, but yeah, they've seen you through all your phases of life. So the fact that somebody else is going to come in and click with you very well very quickly, this person might be a little bit jealous. Even if they are just a platonic friend, it's just jealous of the amount of energy and time. Sorry, you might also have like a cold or something. Sorry, I'm all snotty. I don't have a tissue around. Also, surprise, there's gonna be some type of surprise communication coming in. I just keep getting that with my dog going off like crazy. But, gosh, I keep saying I'm so sorry. Mind blank. Yeah, well, somebody has seen you through all your phases growing up or something that's been around you, and they might be a bit jealous of the amount of time you spend around someone new and how well you click with them. And so they might try and say, oh, you don't make sense, or I don't get it, but it's just purely out of maybe a little bit of jealousy, and they might not even realize that they're jealous. So it's just going to come out in a way of, oh, I'm not sure I like that person, or are you sure about them? And they're going to try and kind of persuade you away or something. Just make sure you carry on doing what makes you happy, and being around who makes you happy, and see that this person genuinely just does care about you and loves spending time with you, and that friend doesn't mean anything bad. They're trying to watch out for you. I don't think they have negative intentions. It's just a little bit of jealousy that they don't even realize. Especially if they are a friend and it's very platonic. It's like they didn't expect to be this jealous. Maybe you've been single for a while, so they just had you like whenever you were, and now you're a bit more like your time's taken up. If that makes sense. This has become a complete love reading, but I'm going to wrap your reading up here, Capricorn. Thank you so much for watching. If anything I said resonated, that sounded weird, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next Tuesday for Tiny Turtle Tarot Tuesdays.